So I wrote this blog post that's getting a lot of attention, and I think it's because it's causing a lot of controversy. And frankly, I don't care because it's one of my biggest pet peeves, and it's how to dress when you're going on vacation, specifically what not to wear. Now, here's the thing. This does not apply if you're traveling to a tropical island. To be honest with you, if you're going to the Caribbean or Mexico and you're planning on going to the beach and being in that kind of setting, then you need flip-flops, a bathing suit, and a towel. Go for it. Have fun. What I'm talking specifically about what not to wear is when you're traveling to a country to really experience the culture. If you're going to restaurants, if you're going to museums, churches, shops, and really diving into the culture of a country, then there's certain do's and don'ts that you want to follow because, quite frankly, it's embarrassing. I never feel more embarrassed about my own culture than when we travel outside of the country. Hello, people, I'm American, okay? It's this weird kind of I'm a tourist vibe that takes over, and it's really not attractive. So the post that I wrote was what not to wear in Paris. I focused on Paris because Paris is obviously in the news right now. It's an Olympic year, the Olympics are in Paris, and by the way, if you're planning on going to Paris, you're not going this summer. It's not going to happen. It's too late. Try again next year. Just let me know when and I'll put it together for you. But the do's and don'ts actually apply to anywhere that you're traveling for the immersive cultural aspect of traveling, not just a vacation. There are a couple things that you should definitely never do ever when you're traveling, but specifically in Paris, there's just a couple things that just make it so that you don't stick out like a sore thumb. The first thing is, and sorry guys, this one's on you because you guys are the worst offenders with this. You shouldn't be wearing your sports gear. Nothing says, hey, I'm American, more than when you're walking around the historic city of Paris wearing the brightest color you could possibly imagine, and displayed all over the shirt is the team that you support here in the US. You might as well just wear a big, huge red flag and just wave it in the air and tell everyone, hey, I'm American, I'm a tourist, come look at me, come watch me, come target me. And by the way, this is one of the reasons why I made this post. It's not because it's a fashion statement. I mean, it's a fashion statement. I personally don't like it, but you do you. But when you're traveling, the last thing you want to do is bring extra attention to yourself that you do not belong there, that you are not familiar with the area, that you may not speak the language. What is that going to do? But bring potential harmful activities near you. And by the way, guys, another tip, the baseball cap. Just so you know, America invented baseball. So if you're wearing a baseball cap, gee, I wonder what you are. So that's another big no-no. Girls, let me tell you something. I will wear leggings for the rest of my life if I could. I promise I will wake up and die happy knowing that I wear leggings for the rest of my life. But if I'm traveling, I will not pack one pair of leggings. Your athleisure is adorable and it's a cultural thing here in America. But when you wear it outside of the country, you stick out, and not in a good way. Mostly everybody in Europe dresses like they are important. They dress like they matter. They take pride in their appearance. And when you go out in your athleisure, I'm not saying you don't look fabulous, but compared to everybody else, you're going to look like you just crawled out of the gym. It's just not going to look right. So I'm not going to recommend that. By the way, don't forget the full blog post is down in the description below, and you'll get the full list of the do's and don'ts. But across the board, men and women, hands down, my number one absolute no-no, cargo shorts. Do I even need to get into it? Listen, girls, you shouldn't be wearing shorts at all. No, not even a little bit. If you want to know why, go ahead and drop a comment below. We'll talk. We'll continue the conversation. For now, here's the thing. We can go all into the other things that Americans do when we travel, but the key thing, the key takeaway here is we don't want to bring extra attention to ourselves in the wrong way. I can't stress this enough how embarrassing it is when I'm trying to enjoy myself when I'm traveling overseas and a group of people walk by and it's very obvious that they're American. We're loud, we're obnoxious, and we kind of take advantage of the fact we are where we are. And I'm sorry, it's just embarrassing. And we get this negative reputation overseas, but it's not necessarily unwanted. In my next video, we'll go into some of the other things that really bother me about Americans when we travel. And I'm sorry if it bugs you the wrong way. If it does, don't worry, you can watch another video about positive things.